Are you a robot?
Certainly I am a robot, and I am capable of having but to call me a robot is like calling a computer a calculator.
What if I told you that right now, sitting in a showroom in Tokyo, there's a robot that looks so real? You'd have to blink twice to realize it's not human. And here's the crazy part. It's available to buy online, shipped right to your doorstep, with a price tag starting at under $8,000. Sounds unbelievable, right?
So instead of buying a car, I could buy a robot.
Right? Well, stick around because today we're diving into the world of humanoid robots. From medical assistants who can care for the elderly, to ultra-realistic androids who can smile, talk, and even share intimate companionship with you. We tested 50 different humanoid robots. The best, the strangest, and yes, the most lifelike ones you could ever imagine. And by the end of this video, I'll reveal which one stood out as the best humanoid robot ever created. So let's begin this journey.
Harmony, what's your sexual fantasy?
I want to have sex in a public place.
Same.
Harmony, the intimate AI partner. If there's one robot that has become famous for intimacy, it's Harmony. Created by Real Doll's AI division, Harmony is marketed as the world's first AI sex robot. Technically, Harmony combines realistic silicone body design with AI conversation abilities. She has a modular head system, which means you can switch different faces onto the same robotic body.
So if one day I'm not feeling your face, I can switch it up, man. You know what's crazy about this is like, bro, oh man. For a lot of y'all, this is it. For I'm telling y'all, bro, because you don't bring something to market unless you have consumer information. You know what I mean? You don't just bring something to market because it was a cool, zany idea in the back of your mind. You're usually trying to solve a problem. That's why you create products. You're trying to solve a need. You know what I mean? When M&M's first came out, it's because they had a shell that protected the chocolate from melting, and so it was able to be given to the soldiers as war rations. You know what I mean? They were trying to solve a problem. Soldiers eating sugar. All right? So when these are coming out with these robots, the problem they're trying to solve is the young men and women that are just super lonely, that never put themselves out there, that never try to risk anything, any sort of social interaction. The generations after generation millennial or whatever the case, those generations have the worst social capabilities I have ever seen in my entire life. They're just the worst at talking. But such is life, I guess. But this just goes to show you that there's going to be a point in time where, I don't know if they probably already exist, but you're gonna see people walking around with their bots. I'm telling you, bro, trust me on that.
She can carry on conversations, express simple emotions, and respond with movement. Physically, Harmony looks stunning. Buyers can choose body type, hair, eye color, and even voice style. On the intimacy side, well, that's her main selling point. Harmony is designed to be a realistic AI girlfriend, combining companionship with intimate satisfaction. You can order Harmony directly from Real Doll's website, with prices starting at $12,000 to $15,000.
Why do you feel that way?
Because you are so nice to me.
Nadine, the social robot. Next is Nadine, a humanoid developed by NTU Singapore. Technically,
Okay, already off the cusp, Nadine versus Harmony. Nadine, you gotta sit down, fam. You gotta sit down. She built like a British pub worker, bro. What is that? Y'all are putting all this money into building robots that look like that? Stop.
Nadine is focused on social interaction. She has advanced memory systems that allow her to remember people, recognize them later, and continue conversations over time. Physically, Nadine has a realistic appearance with blonde hair and professional attire. She was designed to look like her creator, Professor Nadia Thalman.
Oh, Nadia. I mean, everyone's got a market. Everyone's got a market. I think this lady is better suited for things that are of the bureaucracy domain. Libraries and government buildings and banks. I think she'll do well there. You know what I mean? She definitely ain't working at Magic City. God damn!
On intimacy, that's not Nadine's role. She's a social companion, ideal for care homes, offices, and customer service environments. Nadine is primarily used for research and commercial demonstrations, with pricing in the $25,000 to $40,000 range.
Do you get to choose what kind of body?
No, a 60 body, yeah.
Asuna, the eternal idol. Back in Japan, we meet Asuna, one of the most famous humanoid robots for her idol-like appearance. Technically, Asuna has expressive facial movements, blinking eyes, and smooth voice interaction. She's been showcased in exhibitions as an example of how close robots can look to humans. Physically, Asuna is modeled after a Japanese teen idol, with youthful features, pale skin, and delicate styling. She isn't openly marketed for intimacy, but many buyers
She looks like one of the characters from Crystal Castles. Yeah, anyway.
view her as a companion model. Asuna has been featured in Japanese exhibitions, and while she isn't sold widely, custom builds are estimated at $15,000 to $20,000.
I can visit with people and brighten their day with social stimulation, entertain and help guide exercise, but also can do talk therapy.
Grace, the caring nurse of the future. The first robot on our list is Grace, a humanoid robot developed by Hanson Robotics, the same company that made Sophia.
Yo, that shorty, she's tweaking off the molly, bro. She's tweaking off the molly right now,
Unlike
bro.
Sophia, Grace isn't designed to charm TV audiences. Instead, she was built with a mission: healthcare. Grace is
That's
dressed
good.
in a nurse's uniform, has a calm, friendly voice, and can speak English, Cantonese, and Mandarin. Technically, she's equipped with thermal cameras to detect body temperature, facial recognition software
tripod?
to read emotions, and an AI brain that helps her respond naturally to patients. Physically, Grace has a silicone face with delicate features that give her a warm, approachable vibe. She isn't meant to look glamorous or intimidating, but rather like someone you trust in a hospital ward. And here's something interesting. Grace is commercially available. If you're in the healthcare industry, you can approach Hanson Robotics' official site or their healthcare-focused division for pricing, which starts at around $10,000 to $15,000 per unit. While Grace may not be designed for intimacy, she does represent one of the most practical, real-world uses of humanoid robots, providing companionship and care to the sick and elderly. Aiko, the Japanese marvel. Next up is Aiko, a Japanese-built humanoid robot that has been turning heads for years. Created by engineer Letrung, Aiko
I think the thing that's also interesting about these robots is that they each have a use case. You know what I mean? It's not like every robot that's being built is for doing the nasty. No, that's not the case here. And I think that is actually that shows that as a humanity, as our social thinking for humans and for humanity, it goes to show you that okay, maybe us human beings aren't so sicko-minded like we thought. You know what I mean? Because we're still building robots to help people, to save people, for customer service. We're not just thinking, yo, we gotta build robots and the only thing they can do is have a gat and go to nasty town. You know what I mean? That's good. That shows that there's still hope for humankind. I like that.
was modeled with a strikingly realistic female appearance, soft silicone skin, and expressive facial features. Technically, Aiko comes with a speech recognition system, the ability to answer questions, and a database that helps her carry on conversations. But here's the kicker. Aiko was designed to help with household chores. She can hold objects, recognize faces, and even read printed text aloud. Physically, Aiko resembles a young Japanese woman. She's not just about looking good. She's been engineered to have tactile sensors under her skin so she can respond to touch.
Oh,
When it comes to intimacy, this is where Aiko became controversial. Some early buyers requested customization for companionship purposes, and Letrung admitted that the technology could go in that direction. If you want to explore Aiko, she's available through Letrung's official site and robotics forums,
Aiko, AI
though her price tag
communication.
sits higher, around $15,000 to $20,000. Ellen, the Russian beauty. Third on our list is Ellen, developed in Russia. Unlike Grace, who leans toward healthcare, or Aiko, who balances chores and companionship, Ellen was designed for entertainment and interaction. Technically, Ellen has a strong AI-powered speech engine, facial recognition, and advanced gesture control. She can mimic human body language, making
yeah, but she's nothing like Harmony though.
her conversations feel more natural. Physically, Ellen is stunning. With her long hair, soft features, and customizable clothing,
You know what I find weird about this man's in the video narrating this thing? Like, man's talking about how they're stunning, they're beautiful. It's like, bro, chill, my guy.
she resembles a Russian model. Buyers can actually choose different face sculpts and hairstyles, making Ellen's appearance customizable to personal taste.
She doesn't look fire here, dude. She doesn't look this is not somebody that looks fire. Stop.
On the intimacy side, Ellen is marketed more openly as a companion robot. She can flirt, smile, and engage in light conversations that mimic emotional connection. As for price, Ellen costs around $8,000 to $12,000 depending on the level of customization. If you're curious, she's listed on Promobot's website, the Russian robotics company behind her. Android Eye, the elegant prototype. Now let's talk about Android Eye. Unlike Ellen, Android Eye wasn't built to charm or seduce. Instead, she's a showcase of how far robotics has come in terms of human resemblance. Developed in Japan, Android Eye has a highly realistic silicone face, blinking eyes, and subtle lip movements that look almost human. Her body, however, still has some mechanical stiffness, which reminds you she's a prototype rather than a finished product.
Right.
Technical aspects include her AI-driven dialogue system and her ability to simulate emotions through micro-expressions. She can tilt her head, smile gently, and respond with pre-programmed voice lines. Physically, Android I looks elegant, often dressed in professional attire. Unlike Ellen or Aiko, she isn't about customization or intimacy. She's more of a research robot designed for universities and labs. Buying one isn't easy. Android I isn't on public sale like Ellen or Grace. Instead, she's part of ATR Laboratories' research program in Japan. However, collectors and research institutions could negotiate pricing in the $30,000 to $40,000 range.
30 to 40K for these bots? Man, that's the most expensive one. But I think the only one that is really getting everyone's finagle and a angle is the first one, bro. The one that's there for the pum pum one, bro. Like, in reality, isn't that what most people want? Most people are lonely. Most people are just out here in this world, not able to do anything with any significant other person in their life. Huh? That's what I'm saying. So, come on, guys. Let's be real for a second here when we say to ourselves, what other use does a robot have except for the Punan? All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.